Hi everyone, it's Lisa Espinosa here, and I just wanted to hop on Facebook Live and just invite you to tomorrow's Virtual Career Reiki. It is a special edition focused, really inspired by the Day of the Dead, which is coming up in a few days. So I'm here in front of my Day of the Dead altar. I wasn't sure if it would, I was trying to kind of get the camera just right so you would see at least a little bit of it, but if you haven't done these virtual Reiki offerings that I do once a month, this is an opportunity for you to release, to receive, to clear, so that you can step more into your leadership. And tomorrow, the focus is about stepping into your elder medicine. What does that mean? That means connecting with the lineage, the healing of your ancestors, both past and future. So really bringing forward that wisdom, right? That knowledge, those gifts that only you can bring to the world. So tomorrow it's going to be all about clearing, cutting the cords from any burdens that you're holding for your family. Sometimes we do that as highly sensitive beings, as people that came here to uplift the world. Sometimes we're carrying burdens from our lineage and we're not even aware of them, or maybe we're somewhat aware of it. But tomorrow there will be a special focus on clearing that. So clearing any of those lineage burdens that you're holding consciously or unconsciously. Hi Leticia, hey Jessica. And then as you clear that, that's when you can receive, right? That's when you can receive the medicine. That's when you can receive the blessings. That's when you can receive the wisdom from your beloved lineage. And also there's going to be focus on clearing your third eye. So that's the center right here. That is all about seeing through the veils of illusion. And specifically helping you to clear that energy center so that you can receive divine visions from the beyond. What does that mean? It's not anything creepy or scary. It's actually the most natural thing. It's our birthright to be able to access divine knowing, access divine solutions, both for our own personal life and for the people that we're here to serve and help. So that'll be part of the transmission tomorrow. And really just, we're getting close to the end of 2020, right? So everything that I'm offering from now till then, and there's a lot of things coming up, is really an opportunity to celebrate, right? Celebrate all that you've been blessed with in 2020, all the light and love that you've brought to the world. And particularly tomorrow with this invitation with the Day of the Dead, it's also to grieve, to allow yourself to clear grief that you might be holding. Now, grief is natural, it's normal, it's healthy. We're all meant to have a grieving process. And it's so easy to either push the grief away or feel like we're drowning in it. So when you attend a gathering, a sacred gathering like the one I will be holding tomorrow, the capacity for you to release grief that perhaps is already done, but you're still holding in your body, or maybe you're even holding grief that belongs to other people, is just magnified when we can do this together, and with the power of Reiki energy healing, right? Which is really at its core unconditional love. So there's going to be a focus on that as well, and whatever else shows up, right? I know as I've been connecting, I wrote in today's newsletter as I was setting up my Day of the Dead altar and connecting with some of my ancestors, and some of the ancestors you might be called to connect with might not even be ancestors you know or knew or are aware of. Very often when we step into this invitation, there's medicine women, medicine men, wise teachers in your lineage that perhaps you're not even consciously aware of, but that are here to support your path, support your journey, that are enlightened ancestors. So I was feeling that so much as I was setting up my altar, and really feeling like, wow, they really want to help us during this time to benefit from their wisdom and to help us feel safe to step forward in our leadership in bolder, more vulnerable ways. And I would love for you to join me. So this is tomorrow at 10 in the morning. It is recorded, so if you cannot attend live, you will receive the recording. And it's $33. There's still time to enroll. You can find the link on my Facebook page. I also sent it on my newsletter. It's also on my events page on my website, lisaespinosa.net. And let me think if there's anything else about that. I think I described what is in the plan, what I've learned from doing these, and I've really started doing these last August 2019, that I come up with the plan, and that will be the intention. And then as I'm in that sacred space, I'm really informed by the needs of the group, right? So other things might come forward as well. And I know Our Lady of Guadalupe is really present. Oh yeah, you can see her up there. I didn't even realize she's on my altar. So this is precariously set. I'm sitting on a rocking chair, which is you normally don't do when you're doing a Facebook Live, but I was like, this is here, so I'm not gonna move. But there's right behind me is part of the Day of the Dead altar that I have really dedicated to former students of mine and former students of Greg that have sadly, passed. So that really touches me, and it felt so important to have a part of my altar dedicated to them, and Our Lady of Guadalupe wanted to be there, and I really just invite you, if you've lost anybody this year, and I know there's been a lot of loss, or even someone you lost 10 years ago, and that grief can still feel so fresh, and we're not taught how to grieve in our culture. It's really feels like it's meant to be on some sort of timeline, and that's not how it is. There's just layers and layers that come up, and the more we can meet that with compassion, the better. And also this includes not just people that you might be grieving, of course animals, but also grieving the loss of a job or the loss of a relationship. Grief comes in many colors, and this isn't to say that tomorrow's offering is going to be all about grief, not that there would be anything wrong with that, but what I've learned is that when we allow ourselves to experience grief in a healthy, integrated way, then we can really experience joy. Then we can really experience peace. That's part of the heroic human journey that we signed up for. So I have a deck of cards here. I just wanted to pick one here for anybody who happened to see this or who's going to watch the replay. This is from Denise Lynn's Sacred Traveler deck. I love this deck, and I haven't used it in a while. So this message is for you, Jessica and Leticia, and anybody else who's watching, anybody else who will watch the replay. And of course, I would love to see you tomorrow. So let's see what your soul wants to share with you right now. Oh my gosh, seriously, I love this. So answering the call, the time is now. Now you all know, or if you don't know, the name of my first book is Answering Your Inner Calling. So here we have Answering the Call, the time is now. Look at this beautiful image. This woman is opening that door. She's answering the call. And I love that this says the time is now. It's not later. It's not when you feel better. It's not when your body's a certain way. It's not when you make a certain amount of money. It's not when your house is all in order, when your kids are grown up or whatever. It's now. That's something that's important for us to remember during these times. There's this time right now on the planet, in this country, in our city, and just globally can feel like such polarity, because there's this great polarity of pain and fear and even panic and distrust and judgment, all of that. And then on the other end, there's all this grace and unconditional love and blessings that are available. But we are sovereign beings. That means we have free will. So we get to choose. We get to decide which end we're going to live in. So this card of answering the call is saying, answer, first of all, the call from your own soul to tend to yourself, to be loving with yourself, to be honest with yourself. And then, of course, answer the call to be the way shower, the earth angel, the beacon of light, the lighthouse, whatever label resonates with you, that you came here to be. If you're watching this, I know that you are already sharing so much light with the world. And this is just the invitation to keep doing that and to do it even more. Not in a sacrificing way or a martyr way, but in a blessed way that blesses you as well. All right, my dears, I would love to see you tomorrow. We have an awesome Reiki training coming up in November, also virtual, and Our Lady of Guadalupe gathering will come up in December. I mean, there's like so much stuff coming. Oh my gosh, and I have a Facebook Live on Thursday as well. So I'm here for you. Bye, everyone. Have a lovely good night. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Leticia and Jessica. It was so good to be here with you. And anybody else who's watching, thank you. Bye.